James Wyatt.
Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker. It's a pleasure to speak in this debate, and I offer my congratulations to my honourable friend for Darlington for successfully stewarding the bill through to this stage. And it's also right to acknowledge, as others have done, the role of the honourable member for Cambridge to bring forward similar proposals, and I hope he enjoyed his recent visit to my North West Norfolk constituency in a few weeks ago. But at its core, this bill is a bill about public safety and giving people greater confidence that when they get in the back of that taxi or private hire vehicle, that the driver has been properly checked out. We as legislators have a duty to consider carefully if such legislation is necessary, and in doing so I recognise that this bill builds on the approach set out in the statutory taxi and private hire vehicle standards issued by the government, which recommends that licensing authorities share information with other authorities, because better information will lead to better decisions. So this bill will benefit local authorities, and through them the public, by ensuring they have as much relevant information when considering new applications or renewal applications. It will also mean local authorities are aware of incidents involving drivers they've licensed which may happen in another area. And it closes the loophole that means local authorities are not required to share information with others, which stops other authorities being able to make an informed decision. And as others have highlighted, the current situation also creates the potential for a driver to move to another area to apply to get a licence when they've been refused in a previous area. As my honourable friend said, this is a crazy situation. Therefore, this bill represents a proportionate and welcome response to help local authorities protect the public. An issue which constituents have raised with me is difficulty in getting taxi drivers to accept passengers with assistance dogs and being turned away by drivers. And research by Guide Dogs Charity found that the most commonly reported businesses refusing access included minicabs and private hire vehicles, with 72% of people responding reporting that happened to them. And these refusals are deeply distressing for the individuals involved, and it damages their confidence and it undermines their independence and their ability to live their life. And of course, it's already an offence under the Equality Act for taxi and private hire drivers to refuse to carry an assistance dog, with fines of up to £1,000. And in 2019, the government accepted a recommendation to require all taxi and minicab drivers to have disability equality training. I'll be grateful for an update from my honourable friend the Minister on behalf of my constituents and the Guide Dogs Charity on that and the steps the government are taking to encourage drivers and companies to do that on a voluntary basis. And so, given the importance of that issue, I welcome that under Clause 1, passengers with assistance dogs, as well as wheelchair passengers, will be included as part of the relevant information provision, which indicates that a person poses a safeguarding risk. I also welcome the fact, as my honourable friend for Darlington confirmed, that there is no effect on the appeals process or panels or existing rights that taxi drivers have when decisions go against them. Now, I'm always focused on when legislation commences. Too often, as in my experience as a special advisor in various departments, there's a lot of energy focused on bringing forward measures and less on bringing them actually into force. And I'm sure my honourable friend the Minister is on the case with her officials to make sure that these measures are implemented as rapidly as possible. Finally, I want to lend my support to the campaign launched a decade ago by the noble Lord Finkelstein against the misuse of the prefix pre. Private hire cars are often festooned with signs saying pre-booked only, and the explanatory notes also fall into the trap. They're not pre-booked, they are just booked. So if we could end this preposterous prefix, that would be a little win for pedants everywhere. And with that, I support this bill.